Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Don Weeb here, and today I have my friend Ethan with me. We're going to be talking about the three elemental cursed spirits from Jujutsu Kaisen. And,
Hello.
yeah, welcome. I've actually never done a video with anyone else before, so this is a first. So if you guys want to see me bring on other people, Ethan is really up to date with the manga, knows a lot about Jujutsu Kaisen, so I think it'd be cool to have someone to talk to about today. So, Ethan, you want to start us off maybe, or would you like me to go?
I'll go first. So, first of all, talking about the three cursed spirits, aka, or for elementals, aka Jogo, the fire spirit, Hanami, an earth spirit, and then we have Dagon, which is more unknown to the anime as of now, and we'll dwell on them. Dagon has water. We're gonna start with Jogo because Jogo is the first one we see throughout the series. He's a cursed spirit, who, well, is focused more on an old man. Like, he's very cranky, very hot-headed, definitely, which kind of ties in with the whole volcano appearance.
Yeah, I wanted to comment about that as well. His appearance, his character design, you can notice he has like an actual volcano on his head, and I find it really interesting. His older man like design kind of gives him like this. You know how volcanoes are like asleep for like thousands of years when they're like not exploding? It kind of gives that like ancient, almost like passive vibe. I agree with you on that. So personality-wise, we've seen from Jogo is, at least in the anime so far, when he fights Gojo, and I believe like episode 6 or 7. Jogo, his curse techniques, he shows off his domain expansion, which I believe is like called volcanic. Something with volcanic.
It was Curse of the Iron Mountain Tomb, I believe.
Oh, that was it.
Let me find it.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed in Jujutsu Kaisen yet. I've been trying to catch up. I'm currently I'm trying to read through the Shibuya incident arc right now, but I do know a little bit about this, so I want to talk about it. I don't know, but
his domain expansion is called Coffin of the Iron Mountain. That's what
Coffin of the Iron Mountain. And we can see like there's at least in the anime, and I think in the manga as well, it's the case. It's like very hot. I think Itadori mentions that as well when he's with Gojo. And
most ordinary people would die instantly, even Jujutsu sorcerers.
So it's because of Gojo's infinity, right, where he can cut the air into divisions. So that's why he and Itadori were
the
fine.
way it works is nothing touches him.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's
kind of insane.
Pretty crazy. I have to agree. Last thing I guess I want to talk about before we move on to the next spirit. Jogo's ability and power, I guess, is relative. If we're referring to how each three of these are the strongest out of the three, I would say that Jogo's probably on the weaker end. Am I right to say that? What do you think?
I would say Dagon is the weakest, being the newest. However, with his domain expansion, he is pretty strong. The only thing is, the reason we don't really see much of how strong Jogo is because
he fights Gojo.
Both of his opponents is Gojo and then Ryomen Sukuna. Like, he doesn't you don't win in those scenarios, no matter who you are, unless you're
like
Gojo versus Ryomen.
Yeah. Crazy.
His power level, according to Suguro Gito, the guy with the little scar on his forehead, he said around 8 or 9 Sukuna fingers is around how powerful Jogo is.
I love that in the series.
It definitely
compare
shows
people to fingers. That's like a really
it's
kind of
pretty much.
I like
it. Keep in mind the first special grade that you really see in the series, which is the one cursed spirit in Cursed Bloom Must Die.
Yeah.
That technically, that
kills
Itadori's Megami's dog.
Yeah, he kills the black.
That he was worth 1 Sukuna finger.
Yeah,
and
he was still
takes out Megami's
easily
dog.
able to take out one of the shadow summons and Itadori, who was fighting at like full strength without. Well, at least he didn't have Sukuna's like power up, but he had full physical strength. And Itadori's human strength is crazy.
With the fingers, he does get stronger with each finger. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
I think Jogo definitely is. I'd say he's middle of the three.
Middle tier. Okay, so he's like the
medium. Middle.
Yeah, I guess we can move on from there. I think that pretty much covers everything that I want to talk about. With parallels, personality-wise, the older man that I did want to say is his personality being like an elder who's like grumpy all the time really complements his fight against Gojo, who's very much the opposite, who acts very childish sometimes in fights and plays around with his opponents. So I really liked that controversy between the two of them, the different like parallels of that, at least in the character folds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Moving on from there, I think we can move on. You want to introduce our next talk?
We're going with the weed, right?
Yeah.
The plant.
Yes, plant. Lady.
All right. So next one we're going to be starting off with is Hanami. Actually, looking at the description, he's actually male. I didn't know that because of the voice actor being the same as Conan.
Yeah, I know. I actually, even the characters refer to her as a her in the series. That's crazy, huh? And she even has referred to Hanami has referred to herself as a she as well, like Mother Nature, almost. I think that happened. She talked like that.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like it's a she. I feel like that's just a misinformation I came across.
It's all good.
But this one is the Earth planet or elemental spirit that mainly focuses on, and only reason of allying with Mahito and the rest is because she wants to
save
the Earth.
Yeah, this is basically like a green, like the ultimate. Just imagine one of the people who just
Vaccine Man
rallies.
from One Punch Man, but green, or but white instead of purple.
The Piccolo.
Oh, I got green.
Yes, the Piccolo knockoff, but actually kind of relevant to the series. Let's go.
Not just cannon fodder.
Yeah, I like Hanami's ability a lot. I think it's my favorite of the three that I know about. I do know a little bit about Dagon's domain expansion. Hanami's ability is cool. Really cool. I like Hanami's ability for a certain example, I guess. In the fight we got last Friday in the anime, I believe it was episode 19. We see Todo and Itadori, who are both extremely powerful, especially after Itadori lands the Black Flash. Hanami is able to still keep up physically, as well as with the curse technique. When they were in the air, Hanami can disable their curse technique ability to create these wooden, almost wood style, from Naruto ability. What do you and also keep up with both the Inumaki, Megumi, and I forgot what the other dude's name, the blood control guy, but pretty
Chozo.
stacked. Yeah.
Or no, that's a different blood control guy. Never mind.
But you guys know who I'm talking
I
about.
can't remember
I'll throw a picture of him up in there, but basically Hanami's pretty stacked, is what I was gonna say.
Hanami, it was explained in today's episode actually about her left arm, which allows her to take life from the nature around her, and doing so it converts it into a giant blast of
it's kind of like Sage Mode from Naruto, which I noticed as well. I really liked that the nature absorb. That was pretty cool. I liked that in today's episode. It was really great.
And not to mention with that scene too, she went to go use her domain expansion, but the thing is, it still hasn't been seen in the manga. No one knows what Hanami's. So
I have a feeling it'd be something like something cool sounding, like, I don't know, Mother Nature's Cradle or something like that. I don't know. It's gotta be
probably
something that sounds naturey, I guess. Maybe with nymphs or something. I don't know, some kind of fantasy thing. That's my best prediction I can get right now. But I think Hanami's design, which if we look at it right here, it kind of reminds us of almost like if you might have seen those wooden statues that are built in forests and things like that people make, like modern art. Also the plating around her I'll stick with her face and body. It looks very much like tree bark, like a birch wood. You can see the black and white markings. Gives a very birch tree vibe as well. I like the red cloak covering her, the black arm with the rose on it as well. It really diversifies.
That was the left arm, the left arm. Covering it with the explosion.
Yeah, I really like the that design choice, just because it differentiates Hanami from the other two, with having a not being symmetrical. Because if you look at the other designs, they're almost symmetrical on each side, which is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's all I have really to add about Hanami's like Earth abilities. I think unless you have something from the manga.
I would say that she does have flowering field, which is seen in the anime. It was used to save Jogo. And essentially what it does is it just makes people calm. So Flower Field is an ability of Hanami's that is seen from the anime. It's when Jogo gets saved by Hanami in the fight with him and Gojo.
Yes.
And essentially what it does is it calms the person down, as well as it can heal her, or it actually strengthens by Hanami's injuries. If she's gravely injured, it's more powerful.
It's pretty, so it's sort of like there's this Pokemon move called Bide. Basically, where you can like wait a turn, get hit, and then do more damage. So basically, what it allows Hanami to do is make herself stronger, as well as like have a mental effect on her allies. So that's pretty interesting. It's a very unique skill.
It is pretty useful because it actually does work on Gojo, because he can't control what happens under him because it's not him. He's not like floating around all the time with Infinity. I mean, he can, obviously. He can definitely fly.
Hanami's physical strength against Inumaki's curse speech, we see when he used Blast Away. It was very resistant. I don't know if that has anything to do with their abilities, but they didn't get like blasted as far.
She's just extremely durable.
Yeah. I was gonna. That's pretty much all I wanted to add. Sorry, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, that's all pretty much for me too.
All right, cool. Then I guess we're moving on to the territory that I'm not too aware of yet, because I haven't gotten to the point where Dagon awakens in the manga. So I guess you should start us off. I guess I can talk about his design, and then before we end off here, there's a few other things in real life. There's some comparisons between the three, and events and certain things that could explain this, why they're there. Because curses are from humans' negative energy, which was established at the beginning of the series. But just take us into Dagon.
Alright, so Dagon is at first throughout the series, is actually a cursed womb, not a cursed spirit. And eventually a crew, which involves, I believe, Megumi, Nanami, and some other guy Maki, and some other guy that I can't remember his name, but he works with the team during the Shibuya incident. And they easily take out Dagon as a cursed womb, but he ends up becoming a fully fledged cursed spirit. And he's pretty strong. I'd actually say, okay, so Hanami I say is the strongest, I should have said.
Yes.
Dagon I consider the weakest for one reason. He's very strong. All three are very, very strong.
Yes.
The thing is,
they're all
Dagon's
special grades,
very
right?
overconfident as well.
All
They're
three
all
of them
special
are special grades, so yeah. So Dagon's overconfident.
And yeah, he's very, very overconfident. He looks down on everyone around him that's not a cursed spirit. However, it is shown in the manga he does care for like the other cursed spirits, because like he gets mad at the group because they found out that they killed Hanami. So essentially, Hanami gets wrecked by that group, and Dagon's dead. Like, Dagon's mad. That's why he tries to attack him as a cursed womb, but ends up dying as the cursed womb and hatching and becoming a cursed spirit who still hates. And he despises anything that's not a cursed spirit. Like, he looks down on everything. And essentially, the whole point, Dagon's ability are actually really insane. He has something called Disaster Tides, which I think is one of the coolest abilities.
Disaster Tide, that just sounds badass.
It just produces large amounts of water and sea creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
And he can manipulate it.
Ooh, so he has like ocean control. That's pretty great. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I was expecting. I actually don't know what his abilities are because I'm not that caught up in the manga. But I was guessing it was gonna be something water related. From his design, we can see influence from like colors and such from an octopus, obviously, or a squid. And his upper body, you can see the black markings there as well. It kind of looks like almost crab design as well, with his claw like fingers and things like that. So we can see a lot of the ocean land type creatures mixed into him. His eyeballs are also different. All three of the cursed spirits here have very different ocular vision, with Jogo having one eye, Hanami having two, but with the weeds sticking out, and then of course now Dagon with the very small pupils. So design-wise, very sea related, kind of matches. I'd say all three of them really their design match their ability and their element, I guess.
Another cool thing I think is that we've actually already seen his domain expansion in the anime.
Was it the island?
It was the beach, the horizon side with where we see Mahito for the first time.
Interesting. See, for anime watchers like me, I didn't catch that because we didn't even know that much about domain expansions. So everyone must have thought that they were just on an island chilling somewhere, which makes a lot more sense on how they get into the city.
I actually didn't I didn't actually realize that because it's been a while since I had read that part of the manga, and I finally realize it right now. I'm like, wait, actually, it's literally just where Hanami and Gito went up to Mahito, who was just chilling at a beach.
Pretty crazy.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, and like every domain expansion, it doesn't allow him to miss any of his attacks, which works in with this other one called Death Swarm, which we see it in the domain expansion.
Or in the
Yep. In his domain expansion in the Shibuya incident.
Interesting.
He summons a bunch of sea monster Shikigami. He uses Shikigami too.
Oh, so and also we have Megami there, so that fight's gonna. I'm actually looking forward to reading that because we're gonna have a Shikigami fight. That's gonna be cool. I'm getting Pokemon vibes.
I can't say what happens to it, but
it's I'm getting
the way they I can't say why, but a character of the group is the reason they escape, and you haven't met that character yet.
Ooh, it's okay. Well, I think that
it comes up soon, actually.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get to see them in Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 of the anime, which definitely has got to come out. They're gonna make a season 2. It was way too popular.
Oh, definitely.
I wanted to just try my hand at making a Jujutsu Kaisen video. Thanks for coming on with me, Ethan. Just going back around and looking at all three of them again. I think that they're really important to the story, I guess, because the growth of we know Itadori's as the main character's growth really revolves mostly around Mahito during the everything with Junpei, and we see Itadori really grow up, I guess, and mature. He actually understands people are dying from this, and you know.
Oh yeah, he's a very maturing character throughout the series.
I think
he just keeps getting more mature.
Mahito's influence on Itadori would cause Itadori to view the three cursed spirits, even these ones, who generally aren't, besides Dagon, of course, generally aren't even against humans. The three of them are have their own unique goals and thoughts.
Hanami too.
Well, Hanami wants to fix the earth. Actually, that brings me to my last thing I want to talk about. Yeah. Well, Hanami's not wrong. I mean, humans do. They're the reason that the cursed spirits even exist, to be honest. Which was what I was going to talk about.
That is true.
I think that Jogo is a reference to the volcanic eruptions and also the earthquakes that happen all the time in Japan. I think that's a lot of negative energy. I think that would substitute why he exists as anything. And I think Hanami is a direct result from the global warming and other effects that humans have on nature. I think that's pretty clear. The main lines of the character.
And probably brought up and made powerful by the amount of green places, green groups of people who are we need to fix this, we need to fix that, which is a lot of people in the world.
That is, and I think it's interesting how these three characters view themselves as actual humans, and from their perspective, sometimes during JJK, you don't even know who the good guys are because of the angle, because for each side they think they're doing the right thing, and that's a complexity about the manga and anime that's just really lost in some other shonen, that people aren't pure evil, they're not doing it because they're evil, from their perspective they're not doing anything wrong. So I find that interesting.
Yeah, this series is meant to have a lot of death. Akutami said he wants it to have the same style as Hunter x Hunter, as in like his art style. He takes big inspiration from them. He takes inspiration from the guy who made Chainsaw Man. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah.
But they just like he takes inspiration from everything. And it's just really cool. Like he's
Also,
able to create
this
these
doesn't have to do with the
very
video,
characterized characters.
Do you remember the episode where you remember the episode where Itadori complains about not being able to do special attacks when he's learning from Gojo, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went back and watched a clip of it, and something I found really funny is Itadori makes references to all these anime, like he could do Bankai and Rasengan stuff. Something very key here is that Gojo says that you can't do those things yet. That implies that he could actually be able to do those abilities with cursed energy, which is crazy. Like, just imagine, like, a Rasengan with cursed energy. That just sounds so funny. It sounds cool.
That
Or
I would like
Kamehameha.
that.
That'd be really funny if they made another reference to that in the future. But I think that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys have any questions in the comments, I can ask Ethan. He's the expert in Jujutsu Kaisen matters, my senpai. If you guys have any questions for me or for Ethan, like, just comment down below. I'll try and get back. And thanks for coming on. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, of course.
And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, as well as videos on other anime topics from me. So I'll see all of you guys later.
It's
Goodbye.
not hard. Press the red button.